Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Manitoba Provincial Nomination Program draw, that is MPNP draw. When you search for that on Google, the first link will be the official link, and you can see it was updated 15 hours ago, meaning the draw was announced 15 hours ago. Okay, so typically, I don't make videos on Manitoba because they require a connection to apply. But since many people were asking me about Manitoba, so I decided to make this short video where I talk a little bit about Manitoba Immigration Nomination Program. Okay, so today's draw was EUI draw number 116. Where is my doodling pencil? 116. Okay, and it was posted on May 25. Now, they selected people from three categories. Okay, let me take you to the details. The first category was skilled workers in Manitoba, the people who are working in Manitoba, and they were selected at the ranking score of 415, which is very low. In a layman's term, I could say that it means that you are eligible to get this MPNP nomination if you have work experience from Alberta, and if your pulse is working, meaning you're alive and you're working in Manitoba, then you would be able to get this 415 CRS. That is, sorry, not the CRS, but the individual ranking score for Manitoba. That is their separate scoring grid for Manitoba. Okay, so 415 was the selection criteria for skilled workers in Manitoba. Okay, and for international education stream, they only invited 20 people. That is, the notification of interest for Saskatchewan is called Letter of Advice for Manitoba. Okay, so these are a few things that you need to know. Then lastly, the third category was skilled workers overseas. Now that is what many people are interested in, but they need a connection because the least thing they want is for you to have a French language test, for you to be a francophone. Okay, so that's the least thing. If you don't have a job offer, but you need to be a francophone at the very least. Okay, so skilled worker overseas is a great program, by the way, but it is not possible without a connection. But I focus on PNP programs that are without a connection, that are without the need of a connection. So that's why I never made a video on Manitoba. This is my first video. Okay, that is basically a news about their draw, not really the eligibility criteria. Okay, so yeah, 46 people were invited and their ranking score was 703. Now this is where the difference lies. If you don't have a connection in Manitoba, you score around 500. Okay, and if you have a connection, then you can score up to 700, 800 or what not. Okay, but without connection, this is what your score will look like. Okay, that is, I mean, rough figures. Okay, so they selected people at 703, and they have not gone below that for quite some time for people living outside of Manitoba. And lastly, on every draw, that is something they mention, that is 20 people were selected from the express entry pool. Now they were not selected directly from express entry pool. Okay, but out of these 232 people who were selected, that is 166 for in Manitoba people, international education stream 20, and 46 skilled worker overseas, that is 232. Out of these, 20 people had express entry profile. That's what it means. It does not mean that they selected these people out of the express entry pool like Saskatchewan or Ontario or Alberta does. Okay, so don't confuse yourself. Now on this page, you would be able to see all the draw history of Manitoba, and you can see the last draw was 400 ranking score for people working in Manitoba. As I said, you have to be living and breathing in Manitoba. That's all the eligibility requirement. 13 were international students. Skilled worker overseas had 703 ranking score. Now, if we go a little down, let's say January 2021. Okay. Now you see that the CRS, the ranking score again, was 681, and 13 were people from express entry pool. And even in 2020, they did not really select people from outside of Canada with a very low score. Let's say May 2020. I'm only selected this date on random basis. I did not really pre-worked it out. So skilled work overseas 613. Now it will be very interesting to find when was the last time they selected people at 500 ranking score, because that's maximum what you get if you don't have a connection for Manitoba, according to my research. If you think otherwise, do let me know in the comment section below. And this is Alif Takar, and I'm signing off.